Alright, so we have 4 sirloin steaks here, about 1 inch thick, not too big. And we're going to be putting some SPG on these, suckle busters. Salt, pepper, garlic. I'm going to do this before we even start warming up the smoker. Remember, both sides. Don't be a one-sided meat guy. Both sides. Don't have to go too crazy. A little bit goes a long way with this stuff. But if you like to go a little bit heavier, you can do that too. Alright, we're going to let this sit. They've been out at room temperature for about 20 minutes. We're going to let them sit while we heat up. Alright, the old Pitboss hasn't been fired up in a while. So let's get it going. A little bit of rust on the grates just from lack of use. We will scrape that off. Alright, Pitboss is starting to smoke. Haven't used it in a little bit, so it took a while. Let's get that all fired up. We got it at 180. We're going to turn it up to about 200 to 225 just to get those internals where we want them. And always remember, if you're new to this, you never want to put any food on while it's blowing that white smoke. You hear the igniters just kicked in, the blowers. That's what we're waiting for. Once that blower kicks in, this smoke will start to dissipate. And we can now close it up. I'm going to set our temperature at 200 degrees. Let's get the steaks out there. Alright, so we're still warming. We're at 120. We're going to wait for that to get up to about 200 degrees. Now, because our steaks are only about 1 inch thick, we're going to put this onto the smoker at 200 degrees for just about 15 to 20 minutes. We want to get center temperature to right around 110 degrees. If this were a thicker steak, and that's going for rare, and I'm not talking medium rare, I like my steaks rare. So it's going to be about 110 degrees center temperature. If you like the medium, you would want to bring that up to about 120 before you sear. We're going to go for about 110. So because these steaks are a little bit on the thin side, and because the smoker is running a little hot at 230, we're going to check those at 10 minutes. So we're going to take these off. And you can see they're still raw. That's what we want. And we're going to flip these over and leave these for about 5 more minutes. So remember, when you take them off, they're still going to look raw. We want that. When we sear them, that's going to take care of everything. But we want the centers to be the right temperature. We're cooking for center. Alright, so about another 5 minutes have passed. And 106, about 106 to 110. That's good. We're going to take these off. It's off. The next thing we want to do is we want to open up this plate. Push it back. You can use anything. Just push it all the way back. Open up this firebox. And we're going to set the temperature here to about 450 degrees. And now we're just going to let this get very hot. So these are still very raw, about 110 degree centers. And we have our Pitboss firing up. We're going to get it to about 430 to 450 degrees with an open plate. And we're going to sear these for 1 minute on each side. 1 minute. Alright, we got 435 here. Between 430 and 450. We're going to put the steaks directly on the center over the fire for 1 minute each side. Here we go. the thinnest one to the outside. Close it up. Alright, it's been 1 minute. We're going to flip these over and we're going to go 1 minute on the other side. Don't mind my alarm. 1 minute. Alright, after 1 minute, I'm going to take these off. They've now had 1 minute on each side. These steaks are perfect. Now remember, you don't want to turn your Pitboss off. You just want to lower it down to about 250. Close it up and let it cool down. These steaks are ready. Alright, so this is 1 minute on each side. We started off with an internal of about 105 to 110 degrees. We eat our steak rare. Not medium rare, rare. If you like the medium, bring your centers up to about 120 before you do the 1 minute on each side. Just don't invite us to your house for dinner. Alright, so let me show you what these centers look like. Remember, I like it rare, and this is starting at 110 degrees center temp. And there you go. That's nice and pink. That's the way we like it. As you go towards the center, it'll get even more red. You can see that it's a little bit of blood on the surface. That's perfect for us. That's how you reverse sear a steak on a Pitboss. It's the way we like them.